Hi, I'm Sir JC and welcome to Power Math. Power! In this video, you will learn how to generate patterns. And this is just the part 1. And this lesson is for grade 10 students. But before that, let us have a preliminary activity. In this activity, you're going to analyze the given problem. As you can see, below are squares formed by popsicle sticks. We're going to count the number of popsicle sticks in one squares. So let us start. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 4 popsicle sticks. How about 2 squares? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have 7 popsicle sticks. How about 3 squares? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have 10 popsicle sticks. How about 4 squares? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we have 13 popsicle sticks. How about 5 squares? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we have 16 popsicle sticks. So if you notice, it has a pattern. Okay, so now let's proceed to the question. How many popsicle sticks are needed to form 6 squares, 8 squares, and 15 squares? So mamaya sasagutan natin siya. Okay? So pag-isipan natin mabuti. Based on that activity, you will notice a pattern. And this is related to our lesson. So our lesson for today is about the introduction to sequence. So now, let us define sequence. What is a sequence? So sequence is a function with definite pattern. It can be classified as finite or infinite sequence. Finite sequence have a definite number of patterns or definite number of terms, while infinite sequence have an infinite number of terms. So the place or order of the term is denoted as n, while the terms are denoted as a sub 1, a sub 2, a sub 3, up to a sub n in a given sequence. So I have here example of finite sequence. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, and 200 up to 277. So in this example, as you can see, it is definite. So we can count the number of terms. While on the other hand, we have an infinite sequence. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So we have 3 dots. So it means that it is an ellipsis. It is continuous. So the 3 examples. So 1, 4, 9, 16, 25. Continuous again. 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13. Continuous again. So it means that it has an infinite number of terms. So hindi natin mabibilang yun. So now, let us go back to our previous activity, which is the number of popsicle sticks. So now, let us use a table to represent the number of sticks, the number of popsicle sticks, and the number of squares. So the first row, which is number of squares, this is denoted as x. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, and 15. Sasagutan natin yan. Then, the second row represent the number of popsicle sticks. So denoted as y. So again, in one square, so we have 4 popsicle sticks. In 2 squares, we have 7 popsicle sticks. In 3 squares, so we have 10 popsicle sticks. In 4 squares, so we have 13 popsicle sticks. And in 5 squares, so we have 16 popsicle sticks. And in 6 squares, paano kaya yun? Kung papansin na lang natin patterns, parang dadagdagan lang siya ng 3. So, ibigay, madadagdagan lang din siya ng 3. So, magiging 19. Okay? How about 8? So, papansin natin, nagligtang tayo ng 7. So, dapat 22 ang kasunod niya. So, magiging 25. How about 15? So, kung nalaman nyo ng pattern, masasagutan nyo na siya na ang number of popsicle sticks kapag meron tayong 15 square is 46. So, now let us find the common difference. Okay, so let us observe or analyze the table. Okay, so let us find the common difference of the x value. Kung meron nga ba, tingnan nga natin. So, kung mapapansin nyo, nag-increase lang siya ng 1. Kaya ang common difference natin dyan is 1. Up to 6. Siyempre, nagpiligtang na tayo sa 8 at sa 15. How about the second row? Meron din kaya? So, nabanggit na naman natin kanina. So, meron siyang common difference na 3. So, kapag parehas ang ating gap in each number, so it is an example of linear sequence. Okay? It is related to the linear equation. And now, how are we going to graph a linear equation? So, the graph of a linear equation is a line. Now, let us find the equation or the end term of the given sequence. So, since it is equation, we can use the table. Okay? So, pwede natin gamitin yung 2-point form. So, you can use any 2 points. Pero pwede natin isa-isahin. Hanapin muna natin si slope. So, the value of slope is m is equals to y sub 2 minus y sub 1 all over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Okay, then you can choose any of the 2 points. Okay, so pili tayo ng dalawa. So, pili natin is 1, 4, 3, and 10. Then, let us identify the value of x sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 1, y sub 2. Okay, then let us substitute it on the formula, which is m is equals to y sub 2 minus y sub 1 all over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. So, ang y sub 2 natin is 10 minus y sub 1 is 4 all over x sub 2 is 3 minus the x sub 1 is 1. So, subtract natin 10 minus 4 and 3 minus 1. So, the answer is 6 over 10. Then, lowest term natin or simplify. So, the answer is 3. So, meron tayong slope. Okay? So, pwede na natin gamitin yung tinatawag na point slope form. Okay? So, may slope na tayo. Pipili na lang tayo ng isang point. Okay? So, ano nga ba yung formula ng point slope form? So, we have y minus y sub 1 equals to m times x minus x sub 1. So, nag-derive lang tayo sa slope. Okay? So, now, pili kayo ng isang point. Alin man dyan sa 7 yan. Sa 6 na yan. Okay? And the slope is 3. So, ang pinili natin dito is 1 and 4. So, now, pwede na natin siyang i-substitute. Okay? So, bring down lang muna natin yung y. Then, what is y sub 1? Negative 4. Minus. The value of y sub 1 is 4. Then, the value of m is 3. Then, the value of x sub 1 is negative 1. Then, apply the distributive property. Bring down muna natin yung y minus 4. So, 3 times x is 3x. 3 times negative 1 is negative 3. Then, transpose natin yung negative 4. Magiging positive 4. Combine like terms. So, y is equal to 3x. Then, negative 3 plus 4 is positive 1. Okay? So, now, let us use the representation if we have a sequence. Diba? So, y is equals to a sub n and x is equals to n. So, palitan na natin. So, it will become a sub n is equals to 3n plus 1. Okay? So, now, so let us use an alternative method. So, ito mas madali siya. So, anong una natin gagawin? Identify muna natin kung ano yung ating difference. So, kanina nabanggit na natin na common difference niya is 3. Okay, after you find the common difference, multiply it by n. So the product of 3 and n is 3n. After that, you're going to find the difference of the first term and the common difference. So it will become 4 minus 3. And the difference is positive 1. So this will become the second term. And this is the nth term. So we have a sub n is equals to 3n plus 1. Now, you can check it. Okay, para makasigurado tayo, if the value of n is 1, so dapat 4 yung ating number of squares. Okay, yung ating a sub 1 must be 4. So a sub 1 is equals to 3 times 1 plus 1. So the value of n is 1. 3 times 1 is 3 plus 1. So the answer is 4. So the value of a sub 1 is 4. If the value of n is 2, so a sub 2 is equals to 3 times the value of n, which is 2 plus 1. 3 times 2 is 6 plus 1. So a sub 2 is 7. Next, if n is equals to 3, so a sub 3 is equals to 3 times 3 plus 1. So 3 times 3 is 9 plus 1 is 10. So the value of a sub 3 is 10. Next one, n is 4. So substitute ulit natin siya. A sub 4 is equals to 3n plus 1. Then 3 times 4 is 12 plus 1 is 13. So the value of a sub 4 is 13. How about a sub 5? Or the value of n is 5. A sub 5 is equals to 3 times 5 plus 1. 3 times 5 is equals to 15 plus 1. The answer is a sub 5 is equals to 16. Then, pwede nyo siya i-continue hanggang sa a sub 7. Then, you will notice that our nth term is correct. Okay, so let us try another example. So, let us observe the given sequence. So, as you can see, the given sequence is decreasing. So, it means that the common difference, if this is an example of a linear sequence, the common difference is negative. So, let us find out. So, 13 minus 19 is negative 6. 7 minus 13 is negative 6 ulit. 1 minus 7 is negative 6. Negative 5 minus 1 is negative 6. Negative 11 minus negative 5 is also negative 6. So, meron tayong common difference. So, it means that this is an example of linear sequence. So, anong gagawin natin? So, we need to multiply it by n. So, negative 6 times n is negative 6n. Then, to find the second term, you need to subtract first term and the common difference. So, it will become 19 minus negative 6. So, distribute the sign. So, negative times negative, magiging positive. So, it will become 19 plus 6 is equals to 25. And the second term is 25. So, the value of a sub n is negative 6n plus 25. Okay, so let us try another example. Okay, so increasing siya. So, if this is an example of a linear sequence, the common difference is positive. O, check nga natin kung meron. So, as you can see, the first levels of subtraction ay magkakaiba. So, wala tayong common difference. So, it means that this is not a linear sequence. O, try nga natin sa pangalawang subtraction, sa pangalawang level. So, ganun pa rin. Kung makikita nyo, parang bumababa lang siya. Parang nagdi-divide 2 lang. Okay, 64, naging 32, naging 16. 32, naging 16, naging 8, and so on. So, nagdi-divide lang siya. Okay, so ganun din kaya sa ilalim. Okay, ganun lang din. Okay, then, naging 2 and 4, then the last one is naging 2 na lang siya. So, ibig sabihin ko pataas yan, nagmumultiply lang tayo ng 2. So, magkaiba yung nagmumultiply sa nag-a-add lamang ng 2. Diba? So, tingnan nga natin. So, let us multiply the value of 2 sa first level of difference natin. Okay, pag pinag-multiply natin siya sa first level, so, ganito magiging sagot niya. So, 2, ito pa rin siya, diba? Then, 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 8 is 16. 2 times 16 is 32. 2 times 32 is 64. So, kapag nire-write natin siya into exponential form, So, n ay 2 to the power of 1. Kasi 2 lang naman siya. Itong dalawa, since dalawang 2 natin, so 2 squared. And then, tandaan natin, itong 4 ay 2 squared siya. Times 2, 2 cubed. Then, yung pang-apat natin is 2 to the 4th. Pang-lima natin is 2 to the 5th. Then, yung pang-anim na term natin is 2 to the 6th. Okay, so, it means that the value of a sub n is equals to 2 to the power of n. Since na nagbabago lang is yung ating exponent. Okay, so tandaan natin ha. So, in this example, this is not a linear sequence. So, masasolve lang natin to, a sub n. So, base sa observation natin. Okay, so let us have another example. So, we have 1 over 7, 2 over 7, 3 over 7, 4 over 7, 5 over 7, 6 over 7. So, fraction na naman. Medyo mahirap. Okay, but if you will notice, yung ating numerator ay nag-i-increase lang ng 1. So, ibig sabihin, alam na natin na this is an example of a linear sequence because the common difference is 1. So, i-multiply natin yung common difference sa n. So, the value of, the product is n lang. Okay, then subtract natin yung 1 at yung ating common difference na 1 para makuha yung ating second term. So, pag pinag-subtract natin yan, sagot dyan is 0. So, wala tayong second term. So, ibig sabihin, ang ating nth term sa numerator pa lamang ay n. But, if you will notice, hindi naman nagbabago yung ating denominator, which is 7. So, kaya, ang ating denominator sa a sub n natin is 7. So, the value of a sub n is equals to n over 7. Now, let us find the 14th term and the 21st term. So, substitute lang natin. So, a sub n, so the 14th term, so we have 14, a sub 14 is equals to the value of n which is 14 over 7. Then, lowest term lang natin, sagot yan is 2. So, a sub 14 is 2. Okay, try naman natin 21st term. So, a sub 21 is equals to the value of n which is 21 all over 7. The answer is 3. So, ganoon lang paghahanap ng ating given term. Okay? So, sana may naintindihan tayo. Kung naintindihan nyo at nagustuhan nyo yung ating video, paki-like na lang and share. Then, subscribe ka na din sa channel ko para tayo ay power! Okay, that's all for today. Goodbye!